I'm getting ready to make the Sahaara bra from Rubies Bras. Here's my 2 cut pieces. Here's my front frame and the back band. I am going to make a sheer bra, the sheer version of this wireless bra. Everything is the same on this one with the exception of wires. So I'm going to make a sheer version out of bra tulle, fold over elastic. I've got some regular strapping because I want to put my straps in the back, my closures in the back. And here's my closure. And I said closures, I meant to say rings and sliders. I've got gold rings and sliders. Here's my power net. And I'm going to do the version that has the wide bottom band because I think that's just really cute. Here is how we're going to treat the cup fabric, the bra tulle. Remember, bra tulle has a tiny bit of stretch, okay? And it's very soft against the skin, and it comes in beautiful, beautiful colors. So if you notice, on the bra cut pieces, you'll have a lengthwise grain and a crosswise grain. That is hard to say, crosswise grain. And what you want is your main fabric tulle and your lining fabric tulle to be layered crosswise each other. So what we're going to do, here's my tulle, here's my selvage edge. I've already cut it. What we're going to do is just turn one of the pieces this way so we don't have to, so we can cut the pieces all at one time, but they'll be crossways. So if you notice, the one on the top, here's the selvage, it's crosswise, and the one on the bottom, here's the selvage, is lengthwise. So this cut will be one cut piece, okay? For this is the inner cup. Then you have to cut 2, okay? So here's this one. This is going to be 1 cup, and then we're going to cut a second one and do 2 cups because you're cutting a lining and a main fabric all at one time. Let's go. I did the same thing for the front frame also. Let me show you this. Here's my top layer, which this is the tulle. See the stretch there? Here's the bottom layer, which is going to behave like the lining, and it was cut against the grain. See the difference? So this is going to be your lining because you want stability in the front. And here's your little stretch. You can make the Sahaara bra out of anything. You can do the sheer version in tulle. You can do a lace version with stretch, but line it with tulle so you can have that stability. You can do it out of knit. Again, be sure you line it. I haven't tried the swimsuit version of it, but y'all know I will. So I'll let you know about the swimsuit version, particularly with the lining. So let's get started putting the cups together. Let me show you the cups. All right, here's 1 cup. Here's 2 cups. Uh-oh. There we go. This one goes here. Yeah, don't get your pieces mixed up. Do not take these pieces apart. That's the tip. Do not take these pieces apart. Here's your left cup, and here is your right cup. And you're going to put these pieces together as if they were one because you have a main fabric and a lining. All right, here's my first cup. Here's the main fabric and the lining on both sides. This is my left cup. As you can tell, there's the underarm there. And I've top stitched it. I trimmed my seam after I stitched it and top stitched it. And the seam is enclosed, so there's no raw edges on the inside against your skin. Let me show you how we did that. I have my 2 cut pieces, and I have not touched them since I cut. All right, so you got main fabric and lining. So the way you want to enclose your seam is main fabric, lining, lining. Main fabric, and then the lining gets lined up the same way underneath. So you got main fabric, lining. And you stitch them all together. And what I do, I start with my tips first. And this tool will get away from you, but keep it in order. As I'm trying to do, right? This is funny. But yeah, it happens. Okay, there we go. All right, and then do the other side. And then you can have all of your pieces lined up. And these bra pieces line up very nicely. You know, you're not easing anything. Everything fits just right. Okay, and I want you to clip it. I don't use pins, especially on tulle. You could pierce the knit on it, so you want to be careful with pins. I use clips all the time. All right, we got it. Okay, so you want to test to make sure you have what you want. So here's your lining. Your main fabric of the inside cup, and here's your lining side. And just flip it and make sure you've got the enclosed seam that you want. And then go to the machine and stitch it down 1/4 inch. Well, you got 2 cups. Okay, now we are going to put, since we're doing the sheer version, we're going to put the fold over elastic on each neckline here and fold over elastic here. Okay, we're going to go all the way up. What I want you to do is leave strap room for this version. This is just my design that I enjoy. I leave about 10 inches of elastic on top for my strapping. Okay, because I like to do a double strap, which is just really cute. All right, so you want to start here and stitch and leave 10 inches here. And then you're going to do the same thing here. Okay. And then when we get the bra to put together, we'll put the fold over elastic on the back and underarm as well. 10 inches above for strapping, and right at the junction of the neckline, like that, right at where the frame is going to go, I want you to leave a little handling room when you're putting your fold over elastic on as well. So about 1 inch or so. All right, let's go to the machine so we can talk about stitching fold over elastic, in case you haven't done it, but there's several ways to do it, and I like to do it all in one pass. And if you have a 1/4 inch foot, it's very easy, but if you don't, it's okay also. But I like to do it in one pass, so let's see what that looks like. This is my favorite way to put 1/4 inch elastic, fold over elastic on to a neck edge or whatever I'm making. I make dresses with it also, but I've got this 1/4 inch foot. My quilting friend said, you need to get a 1/4 inch foot because, you know, when you just do the edge of your regular foot, that's not really 1/4 inch. Okay, I understand. And I love this thing. It's got the little bumper on the side. If yours doesn't, it's okay also. But if you notice, it fits. If you fold the elastic and a regular straight stitch, you notice it fits right there on the edge of the elastic. So let's get it on here so we can begin stitching. I'm gonna leave a little handling room at the bottom, and I want to make sure, and if you need to pin or clip here, you can, but you want to be careful because you want to make sure that you're able to pull the elastic just taut, not pull it a whole lot as you're stitching. But you also want to be careful and make sure, if you're making this version with the 2 layers of sheer fabric, you want to make sure you're getting both folded in there. Okay, so here's my folded edge, and I'm just gonna like hold it in place. Okay, and just get started. get myself together, make sure I'm getting both pieces inside the elastic. And if you notice, I'm pulling the elastic just taut. I'm not pulling it a lot. I'm just pulling it taut so it stays straight and I still have the stretch that I want when it goes on my neckline. There's Cole again. Okay. I'm gonna get up here. And then I'm gonna keep going. So here's my cup where the elastic is. Here's the bottom. Leave a little handling room because this part is going to go inside the frame when you stitch it. And here's my strapping. Now when I put, if you notice at the very top, I just came off the edge because when I put the other piece of elastic, it's going to go very close and get stitched right there and go up as well. All right, let's do the other side. Time for the band. And I want to show you a quick tip. You have such tiny seam allowances on bra making fabrics, whether it's lace or lining or even duoplex, but even particularly on this tulle, you don't have that much room, so don't clip the notches. Use an erasable pen, whether it's heat erasable or water or whatever it is that you feel like is safe on the tulle. And I usually use, this is the Frixion pens, and I'll just do a mark. And the notches on the frame match up with the seams on the cup. So what we're going to do, we're going to put both pieces on, but right now I'm just going to do one because we'll put the other one on separately. And you want to just line the cup up. It fits perfectly. If you cut your size properly, it fits perfectly in the cup area. Clip the notch first and then go to both edges and then fill in. Here's one cup installed in the frame, just one layer of the frame. And what I want to show you is the very middle. Let's see if you can see this. All right, so I'll turn it over so you can see how I stitched it. Okay. I lined the fold over elastic in its own space, right in the middle where the point is of the frame. So when I do this one, I'm going to butt it up right against it so it can be stitched very evenly. See where the point is? I'm going to do the same thing right there. So the two pieces, so if you see the stitch right here, I'm going to go right there and stitch that way. Okay, so it'll be very nice and even when you're done and put it on. Here's our first frame piece. Now, if you're doing any other version of the bra, of the wireless bra, you can use one piece or you can put a lining on it. I think the knit piece, just the regular stretch, you can do one piece and there would be no way to cover these seams. But what I want to do, and I would love for you to do it also on this sheer one, and this is in the pattern, take your other frame piece and let's stitch it on also so that we can have an enclosed seam. So fold the cups down and then you're going to stitch this one on the other side, meaning the inside. And I'm going to start at the middle because it's already stitched on, so it's really easy. So I'm going to start at the middle and then I'm going to come out to the edge and do the same thing we did, okay? Okay, and then we'll have an inside piece. So as you're clipping, just notice where your previous stitch is and just follow that same stitch. Easy peasy. Just lay it on here and follow that same stitch. Here's our sheer bra with both frames, both layers of the frame. So on the inside, there are no exposed seams. And I even top stitched around because you do want these seams to be stable on the front. Even though it's a wireless bra, you want the seams to be stable. So top stitching is always helpful. Time for back band pieces. I've stitched this one on, stitch it on the side seam of the bra and top stitch. So it looks really neat. Sometimes, not in this case, but this is the point where you would put a bone right there, just depending on preference of fit and everything. Just a little fun fact. That's where it would go. So we're going to line it up. This is your center back. And there's no front side or wrong side, right or wrong side to a power net. So line it up, stitch your 1/4 inch, turn over and top stitch, and you're done putting the back band on. Now we are ready for our second strapping of fold over elastic. So lay your bra out like so and measure to get your next piece, and remember your 10 inches. Measure it against the piece that's already there. Okay, we're almost there. So in your kit, if you got it from me, but if not, I added for this version of the bra, because I wanted the fold over elastic to be part of my strapping, I've got some regular strapping to put on the back. And if you're following the pattern, just turn your bra over to the back side, fold it in. If you're following the pattern, this is where your strapping is going to go, right here. But at this point, because we're going to put the bottom band, our extended bottom band on, we've got to do some measurements and really customize the back band. Watch this. Here is a little bonus bra making adjustment technique that you'll find yourself using a lot, especially if you want to make sure you get a good fit in the back, and or if you're doing a band like this. Okay, what we want to do is make sure that our closures match up. So determine where you're going to put your bottom band elastic. I'm going to put mine right here because we're going to just stitch straight across. So my closure wants to go here. I've got both of them here. Don't worry about that. My closure is going to go right here, meaning this pattern piece is going to be too large for where I want my closure to go, because you got to stick it on the inside. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here, it's got to go on the inside here, and it's got to go on the inside right there. So I'm going to mark right here where I want the closure to be. It's going to go in right there. So meaning all of this has to be customized to come here, because the strapping goes right there. See how even that is? So the strapping is going to go right there, and it goes up. It curves up like that. Okay, but we got to bring the back band down. Okay, so here's how you do that. I put them together so you don't have to measure twice. You just put the two pieces together. I clip them so they'll stay put. And I'll put another one here just in case. Okay, and I use a curve. Now, I want the strapping. If you've never made a bra before, you may not be familiar with this part, but if you have, you're familiar with the strapping has to come straight here, and it curves up when we stitch it. All right, so I'm going to draw my line where I can go up. Okay, so this is the new line I want to draw to cut out so that my strapping can be in place and the closure fits. Okay. There we go, right there. Okay, so the strapping is going to do this. Boop, boop, boop. And it's going to lay down on top of the fold over elastic that's on on the upper back band. It's going to stitch right there. And this is where you're getting into zigzag stitching because we are stitching on top of elastic. Our bottom band is going to be there, and the closure will fit right on top of everything. Okay, let's go. Take both bands, you got 2 of them, and put your rings and sliders on each end. Here's your back band strapping. And the only reason I'm using this, I meant to say this, is I just want my adjustments on the back of the bra rather than on the front. All right, and we're going to attach it here, attach it there, and then the double straps of fold over elastic will go here. Okay, all right, so let's start on this side so I can show you how we're gonna do this. And it's a zigzag stitch that you're gonna use. Make sure it's facing up. Ask me how I know to tell you that. Okay, and then we're gonna use I like a 3-step zigzag just because I like it. Get it. Okay. Now, once you get started, because you want it straight for the closures to go on, then you're going to start curving. So it stays. See? And you want to stitch, you see my zigzag stitches are on the inside side of the strapping, okay? Because at some point, if you like, you can trim this off. Okay, and this is kind of traditional for all bra making, especially if this is the kind of strapping you have in the back. Now we're at one of the last steps before we can try it on. So lay your bottom band elastic on, if this is the version that you're choosing. Lay it on the bottom edge, and you're going to do your zigzag stitch here on the top. Right here. You could use the same zigzag stitch that you used here on the strapping. And stitch from end to end, making sure that your closure is going to fit right on the edge. So if you turn your bra to the back and close it, just as if you were wearing it, here's your tip to remember how to put the closures on. Left eyes up, right hooks down. The left side eyes up, the right side hooks down. Left eyes up, right hooks down. Left eyes up, right hooks down. Okay, anyway, so what you want to do is, this has an opening, both of them do, both pieces do, and you just want to lay it inside. Okay, lay it inside, make sure it stays because you're going to clip it. And it always looks so nice and neat. It goes inside, clip both sides, and this is where you're going to use a zigzag stitch on this too. Okay, just zigzag, boop, boop, that's it. hooks on the right side are going to be a little different. Let me show you why. Stuff those in there. Clip them down. Okay. And because the hooks, the metal of the hooks is right there, sometimes it's kind of tough to get your zigzag right there. So this is what I do. I use my wide mouth zipper foot so I can get right over there. And I use my right side zipper, my right needle position for the zigzag. Oh, come on, thread. There you go. My thread wanted to skip. Well, that happens. But now we've got both closures on. There you go. Just the back of your bra. Isn't that pretty? Check your fit. Just put the straps in here and clip them and get someone to help you check your fit there for your straps. But isn't she pretty? The Sahaara wireless bra. I think I'm wearing this right away. Have fun, guys.